Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Maya, and this channel is all about building real financial freedom, not just chasing a bigger paycheck. In the last few videos, we talked about something a lot of people experience: making decent money, sometimes even six figures, and still feeling financially stuck. We talked about being intentional with spending. We talked about why people stay broke, and we talked about realistic ways to pay off debt. But today, I want to talk about the first financial milestone that really changes everything: saving your first $10,000. Now, I know that number might feel big to some people, and if it does, that's completely normal. Because for most of us, the hardest part of building wealth isn't investing. It's learning how to save consistently in the first place. But once you reach that first $10,000, something really powerful happens. You start to feel in control. You stop panicking about every unexpected expense, and you start realizing that building financial momentum is actually possible. So today, I want to walk through a realistic plan for saving your first $10,000, step by step. The first step is something a lot of people skip, and that's building a $1,000 starter emergency fund. Before you focus on the full $10K goal, you want a small safety buffer, because life will always throw unexpected expenses your way. A car repair, a medical bill, a surprise expense that shows up out of nowhere. Without even a small emergency fund, those things usually go straight onto a credit card, which resets all the progress you're trying to make. But when you have that first $1,000 saved, you create a small financial shield, and that shield gives you breathing room. The second step is something that requires a little honesty, and that's taking a close look at your monthly spending. Not judging it, not shaming yourself, just understanding where your money is going. Because most people don't intentionally overspend, they just never slowed down long enough to see the pattern. Subscriptions, convenience spending, small purchases that add up over time. Once you see the full picture, you can start making small adjustments, and small adjustments create space. The third step is something that accelerates progress dramatically, and that's temporarily lowering your lifestyle. Now, I want to be clear here. This isn't about depriving yourself forever. It's about creating a short season of intentional focus. Maybe that means eating out less. Maybe it means delaying a large purchase. Maybe it means cutting a few expenses temporarily. The goal is simple: create extra cash flow that can be directed towards savings, because the faster you build that first $10,000, the faster your financial life starts to feel stable. The fourth step is increasing income strategically. This is something people sometimes resist, but it can make a massive difference. Even an extra few $100s a month directed towards savings can accelerate the process. A small side hustle, freelance work, selling items you no longer use, extra hours at work. This doesn't have to be permanent. Think of it as a temporary boost of momentum. You're not trying to hustle forever. You're just trying to get over the first major financial hill. The fifth step is choosing the right place to store your savings, and this is something a lot of people overlook. You want your savings somewhere that is safe, accessible, and earning at least some interest. For most people, that means a high-yield savings account. These accounts typically earn significantly more interest than traditional bank savings accounts. Your money stays liquid, but it's also quietly growing. And psychologically, keeping this account separate from your everyday spending account makes it much easier not to touch it. And finally, the sixth step: stay consistent. This might sound simple, but consistency is where the real magic happens. Saving $200 a month may not feel exciting. Saving $500 a month may still feel slow, but progress compounds. Month after month, the balance grows, and eventually you look at your account and realize something. You did it. You saved $10,000, and the moment that happens, your financial life starts to feel very different. Because you're no longer reacting to money, you're directing it. You have margin, you have options, and that confidence becomes the foundation for everything that comes next. Investing, building wealth, creating long-term financial freedom. If you're currently working toward your first $10,000 in savings, I'd love to hear where you are in the journey. Leave a comment and tell me your current goal. And if this video helped you think about your money differently, subscribe to the channel. We're building this step by step, talking about spending, debt, saving, and investing in ways that actually work in the real world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.